Welcome the great sadhakas, consistent sadhakas, patient audience, the shrotas, sincere bhaktas of the God, serious disciples of the Gurus, very inquisitive jignasus of the Shastras, and who are committed mumukshus along with relentless sevakas of the loka and convinced servants of the dharma. What an identities all these are. May we become stronger in them than becoming stronger in any of other worldly binding identities. Let us together salute the Shruti Mata for her kindness to continuously pour on her love, kindness through the Shastra Jnanam. Let us salute also the Guru Tattva, the Guru Parampara, the Swaguru, the our Acharyas, who are again and again teaching us these various Shastras, and they too are struggling like we are to keep us on the path. In this Bhayankara Kali Yuga, with the outer atmosphere and with our own inner personality, yet to be on the path. How much speed or slow we are traveling, walking, we don't know, but we are moving, we are alive, we are not in coma. That is the contribution is by these gurus, Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara. So we need to salute them. With that beautiful attitude, yesterday we saw of Raja Dasharath ji towards sage Vishwamitra or all the Rishi Muni, Brahmana, Jnani, how reverential, respectable he was. That is an exemplary topic yesterday, one of the top best topic, giving complete attitude a seeker has to have towards his guru. Then let us salute the various Devata Gana with some offerings of flowers, Naivedyam, Jala to them, some chantings, some prayers, praises to them. Stuti, you know, you can see in those days of Yajna Kala or the Vaidika Kala, every day in the Agnihotra, Indraya Swaha, Varunaya Swaha, Agnaye Swaha, Vayave Swaha, they go on doing every day. Thus, the Devatas, inside us, outside us, are kept propitiated and in good humor so that they are always kind to us. No misunderstanding should happen between both of us. They don't misunderstand us. But if we don't recognize their contribution and acknowledge it, then we only prompt them to feel bad. Then they are given that freedom permission to reduce their cooperation. So, not giving chance to that, they used to do regularly Havan. We also can do, not a big thing nowadays with technology growing so much. The Havan Kunda makeshift are there. Havan Samagri ready is there, not like earlier times. 15-20 मिनट करने में कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं, isn't it? Or at least puja upasana, where you put Chitramata of all the Anugrah Devatas, even their names written. Bas, remember them, offer the Patra Pushpa, Falatoya, and pray that be with us, with our faculties, keep them intact all the time, energetic, healthy, so that we can do the spiritual sadhana, divine work. You know, let us make a habit of it. Slowly, slowly, we have to totally engross ourselves in these things. Then comes our salutations to our Lord, the Ishtadevata, the Ishvara. Hey Bhagavan, give your darshan also, remove the curtain of Maya also. May we understand the true nature of the truth as it is. May we understand Mithyatva of the Jagat 100%. And then our salutations to the Param Brahma Tattva to reveal to us. Today we will continue the Bhashya Parayanam. Little bit is there. Synopsis of the entire Upanishad as well. Time permits. Continue complete chanting of the three chapters of the Upanishad. We do and we will conclude it. I don't know. Yesterday also I said so, but it just overlapped. So we extended it to today. Hua to hua, nahi to tomorrow. Whenever other Upanishad starts after this. So before we do all those, the thought for the day is so important. Key slowly, steadily to this mental makeup we have to come to with these four five things. One is what? Key other than Brahma Anumoti, I want nothing else. I need nothing else. That Brahma Anumoti I must have. I must have very soon. So deeply, so consciously. This thought should seep in, sink into us, which is the basis, isn't it? Because of the weakness in this thought, forgetfulness in this thought alone, all subsequent spiritual practices either not happening or not happening properly sufficiently, isn't it? The more deeper is our urge, our desire for this, the more will be our resources, practices will be for that. So, other than the Brahmanamurti, I want nothing else, and Brahmanamurti, I want very soon. Right now only, just to see when this thought is heard, are we receiving that thought? Are we feeling it? Are we really relating with it? Is that thought is our own? Can we make it so very deep in our heart? Now you understand from these exercises where our mind or our personality, our being a sadhaka status stands. Then to experience that Paramatma Tattva, because we have to transcend all, that is possible only on the dhyana sadhana. Therefore, other than meditation, I will not do anything. And meditation, dhyana abhyasa, I do continuously, I do only the dhyana abhyasa. This thought again has to be strengthened and deepened. Again, I question oneself when this thought is heard or in general. How many times we entertain this sankalpa, this desire, that thought of dhyana, and how many times per day we are sitting, how much time each time we are sitting, isn't it? So, when we are studying our Shastras, these core things we have to understand, grasp, and bring into our life. Then only the substantial transformation will happen, and the beauty, the result of that we can reap in us in the form of that peace and joy, etc., which is the promised thing of this spiritual sadhana. Third one is what? To meditate. I must have the knowledge clear, pakka, isn't it? Therefore, the listening of the class, satsanga, and doing my study at home. Other than that, I will not do anything else. Isn't it? Can we, for few, let us say, months or a year or so, commit like that? And throughout life, every year, every day, everything of the world, we give so much of importance. And what it gave us, we know that. Nothing to comment on it. Now let us take up this. 4th Feb 2024 today. So till 3rd Feb 2025, this 1 year, only Shravana of the Upanishads, only Adhyayana of the Upanishads at home, so that the data is thoroughly grasped and understood for contemplation and meditation on the truth for it to be experienced, which is the final achievement, isn't it? Third one. Fourth one is what? Therefore, the fourth is very beginning and crucial thing. In my total day's schedule, in my mind, other than I am sadhaka thought, this is my sadhana thought, that is my sadhya thought. Other than this, any other things, whether it is things or beings or situations or experiences of the past or desires for the future, all of them I keep reducing, which is crucial, which is basic. Because these being totally opposite. The Paramatma Prapti, which is introverted, exclusive, beyond everything, only after dropping everything it is experienced, that status, and this entertaining desire of the worldliness, they are totally opposite in nature. इकट्ठे नहीं हो सकते, इसलिए that dhairya in us, that that feeling in us ki enough of all these, sufficiently have gone through. Now every moment, whether we are in general off the meditation seat or on the meditation seat, what is the whole struggle on the meditation seat is this only: meditation or contemplation or yoga abhyas of the dharana dhyana samadhi or doing japa. What is happening? So I am focusing Om Shri Ramaya Namaha, Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. This is my goal. Now what is happening at that time? Any other, either Nidara Vritti or any Vishaya Vritti or any of the Vastu Vritti or any Anubhava Vritti or any other Sankalpa coming, no? That is what is making in a microsecond, making us forget that we are sitting to do Om Sri Ramayana, isn't it? Right, that is the crucial point. You know, first on the meditation seat, if we can conquer moment by moment there, then off the meditation also we can conquer and make our whole day oriented only spiritually. And every day when that is done, these subtleties will come, the experiences will come. So I am sitting for Om Sri Ramaya Namaha. So I am doing that only. Other thought comes. No, pull it from that. Again Om Sri Ramaya Namaha. Till the Om Sri Ramaya Namaha gets strengthened, till other thoughts get weakened, so that I have to do that. All of them are necessary, must practices, and fully in our reach. But only thing is our willing and willpower, isn't it? The cancer of still I want to enjoy the world is eating away these vital cells or the life of I want to do sadhana. Like when cancer comes, it goes and eats away all the vital life of the cells and they become dead. Same way, the living thoughts in us of I want to do meditation and realize the self are eaten away by I want this or that bhoga, this or that enjoyment, entertainment. So if that thing we and I can conquer through viveka, through vairagya, and sustainingly that put that effort till that habitual, earlier with so much of greed and trishna, we were entertaining the objects. After some period, that greed, trishna will be not there, but the habit of thinking about the world is there. That's called manoraj. Even that also should go away. Only sadhana का thought या साधना, सिर्फ ये दो ही हमारे लाइफ में रहना है. This is the cost and price you have to bear or pay for really focusing on the ultimate goal. Slowly, slowly, steadily, steadily. This itself takes few lives to achieve what is said now. Then the actual journey of deep study, deep contemplation on the truth happens. We are the best proof for that. In our last 4 years of so much of listening, where do we stand? In the conviction that I want to realize the self, in the conviction that I want to meditate, in the conviction that I want to study the Shastra at home. Coming to the class conviction is beautiful. We are coming regular. But that's not sufficient. No? Studying at home. The conviction that all upasanas I do to gather my mind from its extrovertedness. How much are our commitments, committed, well planned efforts, and the part of effort is doing the tyaga of those which are opposite to this. And this is a worthy tyaga. We are giving up the lower ones for the sake of higher. It's a good exchange, good bargain only. So, in this way, more pinpointed, more specific, more unambiguous, more clear, we have to become in our all these understandings. If we really say that we are spiritual seekers, if we really mean business in that, then stick to it. That's the best shloka of Tulsidas ji. Nothing can replace it. Kamihi nari piyari jimi, lovi priya jimi dama, timi raghunatha nirantara priya lagahu mohirama. As the Arthakama Asakta Vyakti is intensely deeply involved in the pursuits, so too the Moksha Kami should intensely deeply involve. Only the subject changes, but as regards the requirement of the intensity is concerned, same. In fact, for spirituality, more deeply we have to do for quicker results. If these understandings are happening from in the heart and that genuineness, seriousness, sincerity is experienced by us or growing in us, then our study of Shastras is becoming meaningful. You know? And for this, we have to do the upasanas. For this only, we have to do the namaskara to our rishis, gurus, devatas. For this only, we have to pray to them. And samsara dukkha gahanat jagadisha raksha. Hey Bhagavan, you are giving the opportunity to study Shastra. Please, may I digest the essence of Shastras. May the Jignasu Mumukshu in me become so deep, intense that other than through the Anubhava Jnanam of the Brahman, gaining the moksha through that, no other thing I involve in. May I be brought to that level. It's very moment, very soon, without delay. इतना सिंगल पॉइंटेड होकर स्वयं संकल्प करते हुए when we extend our prayers, slowly the thing starts happening. Then it takes time, and in its time and maturity, all these things become actualized by us. The molding of our personality from being a samsari 100% to being a sadhaka 100%. Then justifying that sadhaka identity, truly all these sadhanas happen, we can experience them. Means we have to do that, reach to that level. Only when these sadhanas are happening, then the results of that we see. तो वेगनेस को निकाल कर पक्का करते जाना हर एक इन चीज़ों को. May till that happens, let us not leave the basic thing of studying our Shastras, contemplating on them. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsha Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ भव एव भवानिति मे नितरां समजायत चेतसि कौतुकिता मम वारय मोहमहाजलधिं भवशङ्करदेशिक मे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्री ऐतरेय महर्षये नमः। श्री वेदव्यास महर्षये नमः। श्री आद्य शंकर महर्षये नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक ऐन्दव संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता पुरोभिवृद्धि अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने निश्चित अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणाम् आश्रमाणां संस्थानां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां साधकभक्तसेवकानां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्यवीर्यादि समस्त शक्तिसम्पदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणां पारायण अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नम अद्य श्री ऋग्वेदांतर्गत ऐतरेयोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं पारायणं प्रयत्नं साधना प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ॐ मनस्तावदमशान्त्यै यस्य पादनखच्छड शरदिन्दुनिभाभाते तं वन्दे नीलचिन्मणिम् ॐ अथ श्रीऋग्वेदान्तर्गत इतरेयोपनिषद शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ वाङ्मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य माणीस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासैः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्वतु मामवतु वक्तारम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ सम्बन्धभाष्यस्य पारायणम्। Narayana. We are just going through the Parayana of the Sambandha Bhashya, in which Bhagavan Adi Shankara denies the samuchaya between jnana and karma for moksha. You involve in karma. Through karma, various karma phalas come. If you want, you go by it, but don't expect the moksha to come for it, with it. Secondly, do karma definitely necessary till the antakarana shuddhi happens, no doubt. Thereafter, become exclusive in the pursuit of jnanam, giving up everything else, not only to avoid the agitations, not only to get the single pointedness, more than these two. As long as we are in karma, the karta in us, the karmendriya, अत्यंत सूक्ष्म ब्रह्म अनुभूति. It's a technical and practical fallacy. Example is given by Bhashya. Daytimes light and night times darkness are opposite. How can they be together? In the same way, that way of life in which karta, karma, karma phala, and the many names are ordered called as karma marga, and where all these are dissolved, they being so opposite to each other, we cannot carry. For some time, they are allowed. I know you are allowed the car up to parking level, not beyond. You are allowed footwear up to the entrance level, not beyond. You have to drop it, then only enter into sanctum sanctorium. In the same way, the need of karma, here the karmas are the yajna karma, the upasana karma, all other things. Up to certain level, not ultimate. This is what is his thought. Naturally, therefore, if one has to give up total karma, take up only dhyana, then he'll have to give up all those identities in which karma is necessary. Take up that identity in which only dhyana is done, only pursuit of truth is done. That is why the tyaga or the sannyasa, all of that is talked. Eshanatre tyaga. And this is not very sentimentally, emotionally to be taken thing. Simple common sense. Let us say your age is 90 years. Still you are in Grahastha Ashrama. Now are we not caught up still in the thoughts of Grahastha Ashrama related? When the thoughts themselves so strongly of this Grahastha Ashrama, when will we entertain the thought of the truth? And unless we entertain the thought of the truth very deeply, very intensely, how can we pierce through all layers, the confusion layers, the ignorance layers, to touch the truth? Keeping this in mind only, Bhagavan Adi Shankara and others say that the sannyasa grahanam is a necessity for the moksha. Whether you do that sannyasa outside or inside, but unless it is done outside, inside is impossible. Don't take a chance for it. Don't compare with some few great saints that they were in Grahastha Ashrama, still they could do sadhana. They may be there in the Grahastha Ashrama, but their heart is totally gone beyond. So these simple, very important things have to be understood in their own clarity. Inasmuch, just let us say at this very moment we take our mind, observe it. How many pushes, pulls are there in the mind? That decides whether we are in the sannyasa sthiti or worldly sthiti, whether we have taken formal sannyasa or not. So, what we have to achieve at the mind level is important. When willingly I give up everything, because I gave up, though there is more chances to give up the thoughts from the mind. Isn't it? Like you are thinking to leave a job, but not left. But the job's thoughts continuously continue in the mind, isn't it? The thinking when it is implemented, you gave up, slowly the thoughts reduce. Because मैंने छोड़ दिया, isn't it? Oh, because the thing is done, gone, everywhere, anywhere. That is the power of willingly giving up. Because that's not my goal. No, whatever I achieved through that is not my goal. Therefore, I gave it up. So, in the maturity of studying Shastras, contemplation, this state has to be achieved wherein no karma, only jnana, and for that, no karma adhikara avasthas of ashramas of brahmacharya grahastha vanaprastha, only that where sannyasa in which other than Paramatma pursuit nothing. Either take up formally or prepare yourself in the mind to be in that state so that pursuit of truth becomes perfect and result is guaranteed. So I am chanting from this. यदि सी अंगफलम तदिति चेत न, वो वाला पैराग्राफ देख लो. हम्म, Devata obtainment, Devata sthiti, it is not an anga of the jnana prapti. That is what is said. I am reading the earlier three lines, earlier para. यदि कर्मिणः एव परमात्म विज्ञानम् अभविष्यत् संसार विषयस्य एव फलस्य उपसंहारः न उपापात्स्यत्. Now Purvapakshi says Angafalam tat iti chet. getting the Devata sthiti may be an anga for Atma Prapti. Na. Tad virodhi Atma Vastu Vishayatvat Atma Vidyayaha. निराकृत सर्व नाम रूप कर्म परमार्थ आत्म वस्तु विषयम ज्ञानम अमृतत्व साधनम. See how clear is the sentence? Nirakruta means rejected. Sarva all. Nama rupa karma. So rejection of sarva nama rupa karma. Paramartha atma vastu vishayam jnanam. The jnanam in which pure Paramatma alone is there as the thought. In this Rupa, Nama, Karma are rejected. That Jnanam alone, Amrutattva sadhana. The identity as a Devata, even you achieve it through any of the Upasana, will not make you Nirakruta of the everything and entertain only Atma Jnana Vritti. Therefore, it cannot be. It cannot be Anga both. Whether you are right now human being or you do some Upasana and get the Devata Sharira, in both cases, doing Nirakarana of everything and only Atma Sambandhi Vritti, Jnanam alone is the cause of moksha. So then why are you insisting that I'll do Upasana and become Devata? That will help. No. From here only you do it. That's the idea. This is a lovely sentence. Nirakruta sarva nama rupa karma paramartha atma vastu vishayam jnanam amrutattva sadhana. The pure atma vishaya jnana in which the atma is not associated with rupa or nama and karma. That atma jnana vishaya vritti is the sadhana for moksha. Okay, amrutattva sadhana. Now, guna phala sambandhe hi निराकृत सर्व विशेष आत्मास्तु विषयत्वम ज्ञानस्य न प्राप्नोति. No, as a devata, when you identify, you are identifying some guna of the devata. So the Shuddha Atma Jnana vritti is not there in you. Tacha anishtam, that is not allowed. Yatra tu asya sarvam atma eva abhut iti adhikrutyam kriyakaraka phaladi sarva vyavahara nirakaranat vidushaha. For a wise person in his maturity, he does it and he is expected to do what with that quotation. Yatra tu asya sarvam atma eva bhut. For him, everything has become Atman. What is the meaning of it? Kriya karaka phaladi sarva vyavahara nirakarana. Kriya means action. Karaka is the doer and instruments. Phala is the result. All these vyavaharas, nirakarana is done for vidvana to know the truth. So tad viparitasya avidushaha, and then avidushaha for a samsari, opposite to the above, what is told to him? Yatra hi dvaitamiva iti uktva. He is seeing dvaitam, he is accepting dvaitam. Therefore, in that kriyakara kafala, dvaita is there. He is a samsari, far away from the atma jnana vritti and atma jnana. इति उक्त्वा क्रियाकारकफलरूपस्य एव संसारस्य दर्शितत्वाच्च वाजस्नेयी ब्राह्मणे. So Vajasneyi Brahmana very clearly differentiated between the Mumukshu Jignasu. His thing is nothing other than Atman, and for a samsari this is the life of Kriyakaraka Phala there given. ये ऐसा जीता है वो ऐसा जीता है. Jignasu का life is nothing other than Atman. तथा इह अपि, here also in this Upanishad, Devata apayam samsara vishayam. The apti of the Devata position is said to be the subject of samsara only. Yat phalam ashanayadi mat vastu atmakam tat phalam upasamhrutya kevalam sarvatmaka vastu vishayam jnanam amrutatyaya vakshyami iti pravartate. Isn't it? First, the Devatas and Ashna Pipasa and all of that is bondage, and transcending that alone is Amrutatva. This is how this Upanishad is also going to teach. Remember, we are doing the Sambandha Bhashya, which should have been studied before the Upanishad. Now we have done the Upanishad, but we are doing Sambandha Bhashya. Therefore, in this, it will be in the future tense only. कि उपनिषद में भी ये बात बताया जा रहा है to all these devatas, there is a bondage of asana vibhasa, and then transcending that only the amrutattva prapti. That's how it will be told. Now, runa pratibandhascha avidushaha eva manusya pitru devaloka praptim prati navidushaha. And the one who is seeking the truth and truth and truth alone from the heart, he will be exempted from the runa pratibandha. The one who has not become Vidwan means not decided Paramatma as the goal. He is in still pursuit of the worldly things, and all of them are given to us by Deva and Pitru and Manushadi. Therefore, we incur the debts to them. Therefore, we are supposed to clear those debts by doing various karma kandas. So, Runa Pratibandha cha avidusha eva Manusya Pitru Devaloka Praptim Prati. Because Manushaloka, Pitloka, Devaloka, Prapti, they want. Such people only have incur the runa, therefore they have to pay that runa. For that, various karmas they have to do. But the Vidushaha, the one who seeks only the truth, he is not bound by any of the bounden duties. Therefore, karma unke liye jarurat hai nahi. So, Navidusha, Sahayam Manushya Lokaha Putrena Eva Jayaha. That is how the mantras are there. Ityadi Lokatraya Sadhana Niyama Shrutehe. Vidushaha cha, but for the Vidusha, Runa Pratibandha Abhavaha Darshitaha Atmalokarthinaha. See, Atmaloka Arthi. Those who are seeking only the Atmaloka, Atmanumuti, for them there is a Runa Pratibandha Ityadi. Kim Prajaya Karishyamaha. Ayam alam iti, that's how the mantra continues. Kim prajaya parishyam, kim prajaya karishyamaha yasya asmabhyam atmalokaha. So when the world we want to reach is that of the self, what do we do with the praja? Therefore, the praja prapti ityadi sambandhi karma kanda we don't require. In this way, ityadina. तथा एतद्वस्मवै तद्विद्वांसः आहो ऋषयः कावशय्याः इत्यादि एतद्हस्मवै तत्पूर्वे विद्वांसः अग्निहोत्रं न जुह्वान् चक्रुः इति च कौशीतकिनां. Kaushitaka Upanishad also says, till he became Vidwan of pursuing the self, he was doing the Yajnadi karma. But the same one, when the Atmaloka became goal for him, he stopped doing all of that. What is the discussion going on? Till Antakarana Shuddhi, importance to karma. Thereafter, in the Jnana Prapti Marga, everything related to karma, called as Karta, Karma, Karma Phala, have to be zero-fied. Only then the Antakarana can be fully free from all disturbance, distraction, agitation, thus can be employed in the deep contemplation on the Atma Tattva. Other hand, karma's doing gives karma phala, it takes us to the samsara sthiti only, not the Atma sthiti, moksha sthiti. So these things have to be, unless deeply understood, then we take the means for goal and we forget the goal. That danger is there. That sublime, it's all attachment to the worldliness justified in this form, saying that karma karte hue main sadhana kar sakta hu. It is a deep, hidden delusion as well as the trick of the mind that it still wants to hold something, because in holding something only it survives. When all the holds are dropped, it will not be there. And for Atma Prapti, obviously, one has to transcend the mind. Avidushaha tarhi runanapakarane parirajya anupapattiriti chet. If a vidwan, Avidushaha tarhi runa anapakarshane parirajya anupattiriti chet. So avidushaha tarhi runa anapakarane parirajya anupattiriti chet. Good question. If the vidwan is avidwan only because he has not cleared the runa, how can he enter into parivraja ashram? So khali karke hi you have to become sannyasi. You said he can drop everything. If he drops, he is still अविदुषा only. How can he be परिव्राट? परिव्राट means वो कैसे सन्यासी बनेगा सारा ऋण का त्याग किए बिना? There is a question. Now, न प्राक गार्हस्थ्य प्रतिपत्तेः ऋषित्व असंभवात्. That is what is said when we are in Grahastha Ashrama. Instead of creating new ones, live there only to exhaust the existing ones. No, adhikara anarudaha api runi chet syat sarvasya runitvam iti anishtam prasajjeta. Pratpanna garhastasya api गृहाध्वनि भूत्वा प्रव्रजेत यदि वा इतरथा ब्रह्मचर्यादेव प्रव्रजेत गृहाद्वा वनाद्वा इति आत्मदर्शन उपाय साधनत्वेन इष्यते एव पारिव्राज्यम. So it is said, from brahmacharya to grahastha to vanaprastha to sannyasi you travel, or from the grahastha bypassing vanaprastha you can go to sannyasa, or direct from brahmacharya also one can go to sannyasa. Means what? If the intention is of Paramatma purely, not to escape the duties, etc., then these runas get cleared only while pursuing the path, truth. That is how the arrangement made in the creation. Only when I am not seeker of Parabrahman, seeker of the worldliness, then I am supposed to fulfill all these runas, clear all the debts, etc. Okay? But once we enter into this path, exclusively the Atma Marga, then one by one runa goes away. One need not clear them. One need not waste time for that. That is the meaning. Iti Atma Darshana Upaya Sadhanatvena Ishyate Eva Parivrajyam. So Parivrajya is the Upaya Sadhana for Atma Darshana. So Parivrata gives up everything. Then naturally he has no runa. It doesn't mean somebody has taken loan from someone. Now he can't clear the loan. So he has gone to Haridwar. Rishikesh took sannyasa. Therefore refer to him this text and say, Dekho mai sannyasi bana, so I can't pay the loan. No, here he is to escape the runa, he has taken up sannyas. Like, to get the tax exemption 80G, somebody is doing the dana charity. It is never the charity. Black money giving in dana is never dana. Please remember it. Only purely earned white money alone is called as doing dana. People, many of them, they are in an imagination. Because all that black money तुम्हारा था ही नहीं वो, then how can you call it as dana? It is not. Punya will not come in that. हाँ, little पाप में get reduced. because तुम्हारा नहीं था तुमने दे दिया. Maybe. In the same way here also, for the sake of escaping the runa, if he takes sannyasa, it is not. Purely for knowing the truth. Okay. Then, Narayana. Yavat jivadi shrutinam avitvat amumukshu vishaye कृतार्थता छांदोग्य च केशांचित द्वादश रात्नम अग्निहोत्रम होत्वा तत ऊर्ध्वम परित्यागः श्रूयते. So in all Upanishads or Vedas, only for those who have not taken the moksha marga, the runa is given. And in the sannyasa taking up process, 12 days of relentless yajna is made to be done through him, in which all the runas at a subtler level he clears. Then he is permitted. That is what I said here. Keshanchit dvadasha ratra agnihotram hotva tata urdhvam parityagah shruyate. Parivrat. The discussion is, without clearing all the runa, how one can become parivrat. Sannyasi kaise. Why? Because only the sannyasa is the means for the moksha that was discussed earlier. Then what about if still the runas are there? The two techniques are, once you seek the moksha para Brahma, slowly while pursuing it only the Runamukti happens, or in the process of taking the sannyasa through all the yajna agadi, the Runamukti is given to him because he is seeking the truth. He's in this reservation category now, special category. So therefore, don't try to bring the karma by any of these pretexts in the as the means for Parabrahma Prapti. So he is trying to do the Jnana Karma Samuchaya, the Purabhakshi. The Siddhanti is just cancelling all those thoughts by giving the logics quotations. यत्तु अनधिकृतानां पारिव्राज्यमिति तत् न तेषां पृथगेव उत्सन्न अग्निः अनग्निकः वा इत्यादि श्रवणात् सर्वस्मृतिषु च अविशेषेण आश्रमविकल्पः प्रसिद्धः समुच्चयः च यत् तु विदुषः अर्थप्राप्तं व्युत्थानमिति अशास्त्रार्थत्वे गृहे वने वा तिष्ठतः न विशेषः इति तदसतु व्युत्थानस्य एव अर्थप्राप्तत्वात् न अन्यत्र अवस्थानं स्यात् अन्यत्र अवस्थानस्य कामकर्म प्रयुक्तत्वं हि अवोचाम तत् अभावमात्रं व्युत्थानमिति च यथा कामित्वं तु विदुषः अत्यन्तम् अप्राप्तम् अत्यन्तमूढविषयत्वेन अवगमातु एव अवगमातु तथा शास्त्रचोदितमपि कर्म आत्मविदः अप्राप्तं गुरुभारतया अवगम्यते किम् उत अत्यन्त अविवेकनिमित्तं यथा कामित्वं न हि उन्मादतिमिर दृष्टि उपलब्धुं वस्तु तद् अपगमेपि तथा एव स्यात् उन्मादतिमिर दृष्टि निमित्तत्वात् एव तस्य. These are all things to say that even a little higher pursuit we keep in mind, then the lower things we give up. If somebody is through study of Shastra deeply convinced about the truth, and he understands the way of achieving the truth and nature of truth, how can he entertain the kamana for the sake of which he will have to do the karma? His maturity is different. His mind intellect has become so subtle and sublime in catching that the moksha is only in the Atmanubhuti and the nature of the Atman is this, and to obtain that Atmavastu, the sadhana is exclusively something different. And to pursue that sadhana, the mind cannot be anywhere else. Then how can such person have the mind entertaining any thought of the worldly desire? Impossible. Like the child when he is preparing for exam, a day before, a week before, he gives up all the kamanas. Relentlessly. अब एक child को एक एग्जाम में पास होने के लिए ही in that commitment, when he gives up the entertainment and desires, what to talk of a Mahavidwan who has studied Shastra and understood the Paramatma to be the goal, and for the means, everything is an obstruction. How can he entertain any thought or desire? So this thought is telling both ways. What? One is highly convinced person of the truth can never have the desire. Second, from this side, even if you entertain little desires also still, that means your Shastra Jnana has not become Paribhakva and your conviction for the truth is not strong enough. So both ways this is conveyed this way. So, किमुत अत्यंत अविवेक निमित्तं यथा कामित्वं न हि उन्माद तिमिर दृष्टि उपलब्धुं वस्तु तद अपगमे भी तथा एव स्यात्. किसी को पागलपन के कारण आंख देखना खराब हो गया, for the time being what he sees will not stay continuously when that unmada and timira goes away. When the cataract happens, problem, the vision gets blurred. When the operation done, it doesn't remain the same. So this example is to say, when one is in the ignorant level, cataract problem, you will see the world as real, have desire for it. When somebody is removed a cataract through study of Shastra, where he knows Parabrahman alone is truth, everything is illusory, how can he seek anything other than him? So he will not have any thought, desire. नहीं ओके बताया नहीं उन्माद तिमिर दृष्टि उपलब्धुं वस्तु तद अपगमे भी तथा एव स्यात् उन्माद तिमिर दृष्टि निमित्तत्वादेव तस्य तस्मात् आत्मविदः व्युत्थान व्यतिरेकेण न यथा कामित्वं न च अन्यत् कर्तव्यम् इति एतत् सिद्धम्. यत्तु विद्यां च विद्यां च यस्तद्वेदो भयङ्गं सः इति न विद्यावतः विद्यया सह अविद्या अपि वर्तते इति अयमर्थः। कः तर्हि एकस्मिन् पुरुषे एते एकदा एव नः सः सम्बध्येत सम्बध्येयाताम् इत्यर्थः। यथा शुक्तिकायां रजतशुक्तिका ज्ञाने एकस्य पुरुषस्य। So he is quoting Vidyam cha yastad vedo bhagam saha. There the Vidya means the Upasana, Avidya means karma. It was told the samuchaya of them giving antakarna shakti. So here the Purva Pakshi is quoting this shloka and says Vidya Vidya ikatta bol rahe na. Guru answers ki how can these two be together? Like the one who has seen the silver, he will see silver only. He will not see the shell. Once he discovers it as a shell, he will see it as shell only. He can't see the silver and he can't see both of them at one time. कि ये सिल्वर भी है और ये शुक्ति का भी है, ऐसा थोड़ी होगा. ये रज्जु भी है, सर्प भी है. अरे एकस्मिन् पुरुषे एते एकदा एव न सम्बध्येयाताम् इत्यर्थः. यथा शुक्तिकायां रजत शुक्तिका ज्ञाने एकस्य पुरुषस्य. एक ही बंदे को एक ही बार रजत भी शुक्ति का भी दोनों दिख रहे हैं उसमें, ऐसा नहीं होता. एंड अनदर कोटेशन इन कठोपनिषद दूरमेते विपरीते विशुचि अविद्याया च विद्येति ज्ञाता. अरे द अविद्या कर्म मार्ग इज टोटली द ईस्टर्न साइड and this vidya and moksha marga is western side. They are all totally opposite to each other. Didn't you study in that Upanishad? That's what he quotes. Duramete viparite vishuchi avidyaya cha vidyeti jnata iti katake. Tasmat na vidyayam satyam avidya sambhavah asti. They were the pursuer of vidya in which moksha marga only jnana is there. Avidya cannot enter in which the karma is the order. Tapasa brahma vijignyasasva ityadi shrutehe. So here is tapa means contemplation. Tapa adi vidya utpatti sadhanam. Guru upasanadi cha karma avidyatmakatvat avidya uchyate. Tena vidyam utpadya mrityum kam adhitarati. Tataha निष्कामः त्यक्त एषणः ब्रह्म विद्यया अमृतत्वमश्नुते इति एतमर्थं दर्शयन्नाह अविद्या मृत्युं तीर्त्वा विद्या अमृतत्वमश्नुते इति. What was said is involving the karma and upasana sometime get total purification and vairagya, then pursue pure atma jnana. That is what is meant there. Don't interpret it the way you want it. It is wrong. Now finally conclusion is yattu purushayuhu sarvam karmana eva vyaptam kuranneva karmani jijivishet shatakam samaha iti tad avitvat vishayatvena parihrutam itaratha asambhavatu. So only for the avidwan it is said कि कर्म करते हुए 100 साल जीना. Isn't it? Upanishad did not start with that mantra. Upanishad started with ईशावास्य विदगम सर्वम यत्किंच जगत्याम जगत तेन त्यक्तेन भुंजिताः. सी त्याग की बात हुई वहां. मा गृधा कस्य सिद्धनम. If you cannot do this, then कुर्वन्नेवेह कर्माणि जिजीविषेत् शतकम समाह. एवं तैनाने तोस्ति न कर्म लिप्यते नेरे. असुर्या नाम ते लोका अंधेन तमसा वृता तागम स्ते प्रेत्याभिगच्छन्ति एकेश आत्मनो जनाः. So it is said for those avidvano, keep on doing the karma as long as you are alive. For the vidvan, it is only karma tyaga and only jnana prapti prayatnam. यत्तु वक्ष्यमाणमपि पूर्वोक्त तुल्यत्वात् कर्मणा अविरुद्धम आत्मज्ञानम इति तत् स विशेष निर्विशेष आत्मतया प्रत्युक्तम्. उत्तरत्र व्याख्याने च दर्शयिष्यामः. अतः केवल निष्क्रिय ब्रह्म आत्म एकत्व विद्या दर्शन अर्थम उत्तरः ग्रंथः आरभ्यते. Therefore, the entire grantha is Upanishad, and in this Upanishad, the whole thing that is covered is this only. What is that? Kevala, pure, exclusive, Nishkriya, the Kriya Rahita, Brahma Atma Ekatva Vidya. Kriya Rahita, Brahma Atma Ekatva Vidya Darshanartham. To give that knowledge of Brahma Atma Ekatha is that Uttara Grantha, the Upanishad is being discussed. So therefore, in the Upanishad, what is taught is Brahma Vidya, freed from all the karma, and in life also. Moksha comes only through Brahma Vidya, and Brahma Vidya, while pursuing it, you cannot do so much of it with the karma, where the stulata, the sukshmata, the karanata, the kriya, karaka, phala, dvaitata, etc., all will be there, which is absolutely contradictory to the experience of the self, where there is nothing other than it, the pure Satyam Jnanam Ananta. In this way, though we have browsed through in 2 days, every word, every sentence also can be deeply studied, contemplated on for greater, deeper understandings. May we get that time also in our life, that ability, capacity also in our life, that we really, genuinely, that way become the student of the Upanishad in this way. Now, having done this, it is over. From here starts the mantras. Om Atma Vaidame Keva Grasit. Now, what I will do is, as promised or said, browse through the Upanishad quickly. 10 minutes extra I may take today. Uh, while browsing through and the Parayana, so that there will be a contentment in the heart. Now, open the Upanishad. I will be like the Yoga Vasishta श्लोक पढ़कर एक्सप्लेन कर रहे थे मीनिंग, उसी तरह से श्लोक पढ़कर मीनिंग, लाइक वी हैव सीन द समरी ऑफ द साधना पाद ऑफ द Patanjali Yoga Darshanam, isn't it? In the same way, Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana also, Parayanam is done, every shloka meaning we are seeing. Wherever Tattva Chintana Vicharana is there, we are pausing there. Here, Upanishad, because we already studied, we will not go through the Bhashyam, straight away Mantrocharana and see something registered in our heart or not, the meaning of these mantras, and is that meaning is meaningful to us or not. Thoda sa exercise. This way, repeatedly studying the Upanishad with Bhashyam, without Bhashyam, focusing on the meaning, that we will be able to grasp what is said here as the goal and the means. है ना, पूरा इसी में हमें डूबे रहना पड़ता है, होगा एक जन्म में. इन दिस जन्म वी ब्रॉट लॉट ऑफ वासनास, डिजायर्स, प्रारब्धास एटसेट्रा. सो उतने ही हद तक वी आर परमिटेड फॉर साधना. Even this life, while leaving this body, if we cut off all our sankalpas for anything and everything, and as we saw in the introduction today, leave the body with only desire of Atma and Brahma Prapti, then the future lives, these many inner and outer confusions, distractions will not be there. अभी क्या है, कभी बाहर का जगत हमें डिस्ट्रैक्ट करता है, कभी अंदर का. वो तो थ्रू आउट द डे we are doing anything, everything other than the pursuit of truth. Only class, okay, we are coming. बाकी समय लेके आए ना ऐसा वाला हमारा प्रारब्ध और नेचर. तो अगर उसको हम खत्म करें इसी जन्म में, द फ्यूचर लाइफ में, इवन फ्यूचर लाइफ नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, 5 years 10 years टारगेट करके विथ फुल कमिटमेंट, if you can clear up all obligations, duties, and never entertain the new ones and entertain only Atma Prapti Lakshyam, then our heart and everything will be clear. कुछ बचा है तो सब छोड़ करके आश्रम में चले जाओ और बैठ जाओ वहाँ. 1 साल में क्या, 1 दिन में सब लोग हमको भूल जाते. Interesting, isn't it? I was thinking yesterday, in last 10 years of time, how many big guns and big shots died in every field, isn't it? Even in spiritual field, so many spiritual giants, साधु महात्मा ज्ञानी, कितने शरीर छोड़ के गए, सैकड़ों. isn't it? उत्तरकाशी, हरिद्वार, हर दिन कोई ना कोई शरीर छोड़ते हैं महाज्ञानी पंडित. The idea is, what he is carrying with him is only his sadhana. It is we in our own illusion, delusion, get caught up in the world. That weakness is because of no strong desire for moksha, because sufficient shastra adhyanam is not done. So too, sufficient study of the world and worldliness is not done. If we study the shastra deeply, definitely the Atma Jnana Prapti desire will grow. And if we study the world properly, definitely the vairagya for the world will come. Because these are 95% effort, 5% result. Struggles are so much, and even result is not permanent. That is why, pariksha lokan karmachitan brahmana nirvedamayat nasti akrita krutena tad vijnanartham sa gurumevami gachet samit pani srotrem brahmanishtam. So we are in a low level of mind like a slaves, the Indians when we were slaves to Britishers and all the Rakshasas. बस दिन में एक दफा खाना की मिले तो काफी है, बाकी दिन भर like a bull, in that bullock cart, one side the bull is tied, other side the man is tied, and he used to pull along with that bull, that bullock cart. ऐसा करते थे, कभी दोनों बैल की जगह मनुष्यों को लगाकर. And the stupid man was happy for getting one time meal and ready to go through that slavery. He was conditioned by it. Slowly he realized why this, ऐसा वाला क्यों मेरे को. Then he found the freedom. Same way we are in a slavery. How small little sukha world in the world we get and ready to compromise, sacrifice with everything. That is called immaturity of intellect. Because Shastra is not studied, therefore higher possibilities are not understood as a human being. And higher fulfillments are not grasped. जब पाने का पा सकने वाला कुछ हायर चीज है नहीं पता चलता, we take the lower only as higher. That's the biggest pathetic thing. That's why from the beginning only, by giving the Shastra Jnana, Atma Prapti alone is the ultimate goal. When it is enhanced, strengthened. One thing is beautifully, he will aim at that as the goal, so one day he may reach. More important than that is the other things which are binding, he will not take them as the goal, so he will not be bound unnecessarily. Like now, after 4 years of study, I imagine in some of us, whenever any thought of the worldliness comes, immediately, no, I'm to studying Shastra, Paramatma is my goal. How can I get caught up in this thing or being? That thought has already came to us. So that's the maturity. That is what is the Jnana Karma Samuchaya का अभी तक बात भी वही हुआ था. When my goal is introverted inner self, how can I again be lost in the outer world and things and beings? शुरू हुआ कि नहीं ये thought? क्यों? The result of years of study. Some more years we study, that becomes so strong. Then we are in the world, but like the lotus leaf or petal, not touched by the water of the worldliness. And we will be committed to our own sadhana, more disciplined, more systematic. By that time, our vigorous prarabdha, which is not allowing us to sit stably, which is not allowing the mind to focus, even that also gets cleared. अभी प्रारब्ध चल रहा है हमारा, चैन से एक जगह बैठ नहीं सकते, मन एक तरह टिकता नहीं, चंचलता बहुत है अभी भी. क्यों? All that prarabdha, even though we are studying Shastra. But if you continue it, slowly it will recede. The small little desires for the world also will go away, and the agitations in the mind, nature of the mind, that also settles down. Then by that time, because we are studying Shastra continuously, it also gets fulfilled in giving clear picture about what is moksha, how to achieve it. Once these three things are done, outer desires are over, inner mind's agitations are quietened, innermost spiritual goal has become clear, then starts the real sadhana. That person effortlessly leaves everything, goes somewhere, throughout the day involves only in the internalizing himself. In the deep meditation, he scales the deeper depths or heights. We are all seeking it. May the God Guru bless us in excelling in this way. Okay. So Aitareya Upanishad, browsing through the entire Upanishad as well as Parayanam of it. Once I want to do it, but I am looking at the घड़ी, तो घड़ी भागती है, रुकती नहीं, वो क्या करें. तो चलो एक दिन और मुलतवी, कल के दिन होएगा 140th day tomorrow. So tomorrow only we do. I'll stop here because start it'll take 10-15 minutes. The yoga darshan we have to do, then I'll get late for the other Telugu Upanishad class. So never mind. So why should we condition our ego also like that? So we are sincere and honest with all inefficiencies. Never mind. Let the sincerity, honesty only give us the efficiency, maturity. प्रभु के हाथ में छोड़ेंगे। कोई ऐसा ग्लानि को सोचना नहीं कि सोचा हमने आज ही खत्म होएगा, हुआ नहीं, सो व्हाट, वन मोर डे इज नथिंग रैंग. So let us enjoy tomorrow also our last class definitely of the Aitareya, because we come introduction, the 10 minutes introduction and chanting is necessary for me, may not be for you, for me to tune to you and the subject. I am not as great yogi as you all, but आते ही आप सब्जेक्ट में दिमाग लगा सकते हैं. So having done 5-10 minutes that one, straight away आत्मावा इदमेकमेव अग्रे आसीत्, what it means, नान्यत् किंचन मेषत्, what it means, स ईक्षते मे लोकानु लोकपालानु सुजा इति. So chanting the mantra, seeing the meaning, chanting the mantra, seeing. Once it is over, as our joy and offering, total Upanishad will be chanted. पूरा उपनिषद चैंटिंग 12-15-20 मिनट लगेगा. पहले का श्लोक 1 घंटा, सो सवा घंटे में हो जाएगा पहले का क्लास. लेट अस हैव वन मोर डे अवर ऐतरेय उपनिषद. Aitareya Rishi wants us to be with him one more day. Why not? Om 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 Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Parabrahmane Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Friends, day after when we start SHWETHASHWATHARA Upanishad, please keep the book ready with Bhashya. Get it? Yeah. Thank you.